What up, YouTube? Yeah, you know who it is. If you don't, it's your boy Shake, and I'm here with my man Pancakes. Pancakes, say what's up to the people.
What's going on, broskies and broskis? I go by the name of Exploding Pancakes, but I have an ass because I'm a rebel.
Oh man, you guys don't know. If you guys don't know who Pancakes is, I want to explain it to you because I want you guys to get an idea of how I met this guy. I was actually playing with J-Eazy when Black Ops first came out. I was gaming with J-Eazy and NASA and a bunch of other YouTube commentators, and this one guy stood out. It was Pancakes, and I was like, wow, I think I heard that name before. And I thought he was somebody else. And the way you were talking to Fisticuffs, this is the only time I ever gamed with Fisticuffs, and the way you were talking to Fisticuffs, I swear you guys were best friends, or as if you knew him from a long time. So, you know, can you elaborate on that time zone or that frame?
Yeah, no, but at that point I probably had less than 100 subscribers, and there's no reason why you should get intimidated over anyone on the internet, despite, you know, how many people are going to sit there and watch their videos like a bunch of, you know, mindless zombies and follow their every word. But, you know, not to say that everyone who likes Fist is like that. I don't know,
everybody who does like Fist is like that. I'm still a mindless zombie. I'm an idiot. I'm dumbass video. No,
I don't know. I'm not too big on Fisticuffs. He's kind of an ass, but. Anyway,
you gotta love him though, man. I watch everybody's videos, and Fist, you know, he's kind of one of those guys that kind of, you know, grandfathered in a lot of the underground guys from the start. But I think when I first saw you gaming with him, you were talking to him like, "Hey Fist, you know, I bet you I'll outscore you in this round," and stuff like that, like stuff that a normal subscriber would never say, you know, to someone who's a big fan of another person's channel. So you were challenging him, and we must have played about 4 or 5 matches. I remember it distinctively because you were at the top of the list in every match, and we're in a room full of commentators.
I think I was kind of being a show-off because at that point in time I was gaming with J-Eazy a lot, and I was kind of a regular player on the stream, and I actually had a following on the stream. Like, go Pancakes, the white Dave Chappelle. It's just like I was kind of showing off for the people on the stream, but that's whatever.
I remember we were playing on, I believe, there was one map, I can't even remember the name of the map, it's on Black Ops, it's got the beach, and Crisis, and the term that you used that stuck with me the longest was, you said that we're not spawn camping, we're spawn chasing, and that basically meant that we would kill you on your spawn and force you to spawn somewhere else, and on your new spawn we're rushing so hard that we catch you on your next spawn and kill you again and force you, you know, keep forcing you across the map.
Yeah, you get your like your Market J's who want to kind of sit outside the spawn. You get your Wings of Redemptions who literally do not want to touch the spawn and will, you know, have a rage fest if you go in. And we don't really, our squad doesn't really mind running halfway across the map. We've all got Marathon Pro.
You know, I like that type of gameplay because I play with so many good players, and some players you know, they rather you not rush the spawn, and then you have guys that want you to. You know, in my case, I'm the kind of guy running around with shotgun, so what good does it do me for, you know, not rushing the spawn? I have to kill you at 10 feet, you know, and guys like NASA, he doesn't mind, they don't mind rushing the spawn because they use smaller weapons or guns that kill at close range, and I don't really know too many people out there as skilled as you are with those with those SMGs.
I don't know, but really when it comes down to it, when you're rushing a spawn, I really just run in and hope for the best, and I just kind of get away with it.
I'm gonna give you this time real quick to tell the people where you're from, you know what I'm saying, and what you've been doing, you know, what you've been doing with your channel. What is your channel all about?
I guess let's start off with, you know, the super basics. My name is Exploding Pancakes, and I'm a man from New York City. I'm from the crappy part, from Staten Island. You know, no one considers it the city, but technically it's the city. It's pretty awful. I didn't live here all my life originally, like in the Arizona parts. You know, Arizona's pretty awesome. But anyway, on my channel, I sit and I talk about unrelated things and make references to stuff. Yeah, and I run around and shoot people.
One of my favorite videos of yours was the video you did. You did some videos called like The Mind of a Camper or something like that.
Life and Times of a Camper.
Life and Times.
Cinematic type shit. No, like everyone would always be like, oh, "It's too long. It's displaying one life of a camper. It's too long. He's sitting in the corner. It's supposed to be boring."
Yeah, and it was so funny to watch because this is probably somewhere around the time when Black Ops first came out. And to watch those videos, it really exposed how people were gaming and how they would put a claymore down and hide behind it and just sit and stare at a door. You know, what do you say about people like that?
I really don't see how you could, you know, just sit in a building and wait. I mean, Call of Duty is, well, I mean, I'm gonna be right out front and say it's really easy. And running into a spawn and just, you know, fucking spraying your MP5K with rapid fire everywhere really isn't that much of a hard task. So why anyone would whine about their KD and sit in a corner like they're so good, it really just does not compute in my brain at all.
You know, one of my favorite Pancakes moments, and you're a legend amongst all my goons. All the goons, they all know who Pancakes is. When he's in the room,
don't, because you never get to post any gameplays when I'm in it.
Right. And I never get a chance to put gameplays. It's funny because some of you guys that are watching this video, you see me posting gameplays with some regulars. But if you don't see me post a gameplay with a certain person, it's probably because they outscore me so much that it's hard for me to get a good gameplay. Like if I get 35, if I go 35 and 2, and I'm number 2 or 3 on the list, and there's a guy above me that's got 60 kills, that really doesn't fit well with me to do a video about it. And that's ESP Pancakes. I'm telling you guys, there is no one that I could compare to the likes of someone like the Market J or the Game 360 outside of Pancakes. He is probably the most underrated underground beast. Probably the most underrated underground beast and the most highly respected. And again, I'm telling you, when we were all gaming, I'm talking about nothing but commentators. You know, commentators you all are familiar with. He's at the top of the list, and you know he doesn't get the recognition he deserves. So here's that opportunity. But I want to also ask you this. You know, who else have you gamed with? I mean, we know you've gamed with Fisticuffs. You gamed with Jay Easy. Who else out there have you gamed with?
When it comes down to it, like, you know, mostly just the NCCC guys, Nats1, Jay Easy. Yeah, I'm not at all friends with Fisticuffs. It was just that one occurrence while we were playing. I've played with Mark J and all them, but, you know, don't really converse with them much because, you know, Mark J's a real quiet guy when he plays the game. He'd never think it.
You know, big shout outs to the Market J. You know, I love you like a brother, man. Thanks for putting up my video on your channel. You know, I would love to do some more things with him. I played with him one night, and he does get into a zone. There is some form of it's like he pulls some form of a Darth Vader veil or black mask over his eyes, and he just disappears into the mist of killing. Like I've gone into matches with him, and he doesn't say a word.
Yeah, I can remember an occurrence when you and I are just both sitting there trying to get him to talk, and he won't say anything.
He won't say nothing.
He gets the dog, so we're both freaking out, like, let's go, Cujo, trying to get him to say something.
You would think that's what he would scream out, right? Let's go, Cujo. He does that for his videos. He's a very, I consider him, like, my picture on my channel is Snake Eyes, who doesn't talk, he just kills. He's all about guns and swords, and he just takes care of business. And you know,
like G.I. Joe Snake Eyes?
Yeah, G.I. Joe Snake Eyes. That's the picture I have on my channel, and that's kind of the representation I try to have of myself, even though that's not a purely accurate representation. But nonetheless, if I had to name somebody that'd be like that, it would be the Market J. But the thing I like about that is, in contrast to him, when I play with guys like yourself, you're a rager.
Yeah, I'm loud and obnoxious. When I kill people, I get excited, and when I get killed by bullshit, I get angry. Not in my videos, though. I always stay pretty calm in them.
I've heard some of the best one-liners and you know, Black Ops, you know, basically Black Ops diss moments coming out of your mouth. I've heard some of the best ones that I've ever heard on any channel, in any gameplay. I really wish I recorded more live gameplay so people could hear you and the crazy stuff that you say.
Yeah, Shaky puts up video of fatal raging. Mine is nothing like that. I will go on rants about certain things in the game being completely messed up in a completely monotone voice.
So all you guys out there that hate all the things that you hate about games like Black Ops or Modern Warfare 2, Pancakes is your man. He is the guy that will put it out there. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. He makes sure that we all are in agreement that certain things are straight bullshit, and I like that about him. I want to mention my favorite night of gaming with you was when I did a subscriber session, Go ahead. And,
Yeah,
I want you to
Flamero.
elaborate. I want you to
Flamero,
elaborate on that
right?
subscriber session.
You did have a couple of people help you carry a bunch of subscribers, and I think we were yelling at them, right? Every time we get in a new group of subscribers, we were playing Ground War. It was, 6 subscribers, Shake, Flamero, and I. And when they'd come into the party, we'd have like the roast of the subscribers. Like the roast of Charlie Sheen was on last night. That night was the roast of Shakedown 2012 subscribers. And we'd make fun of them for their accents just to see if they could take it. Like you need to have a certain criteria to be gaming with the squad. Because we're all such assholes to each other. But
you have
I guess
to know
sort of camaraderie. You got to be able to take things as a joke.
Exactly, and that's why I brought Pancakes in, because I have players that I call anchors, and some players are anchors, and we know that they're guaranteeing the Blackbird, they're guaranteeing strategic kill streaks that'll help our team out, and that's what Pancakes and Flamero do best. And so if I bring in some scrubby players that I'm not used to, just some subscribers that I'm not sure if they're going to be good or not, if they're good, if they're going to be part of our team or our squad, we have to test them, and we have to test them and make sure that they're capable of taking the taking the heat. And that's why Pancakes, we had Pancakes in there, just going in on them. And for you subscribers that was with us that night, I hope you didn't take any of that personal.
At least it wasn't Fatal, guys. I mean, Fatal's the real asshole.
Oh,
I just joke around.
Fatal is a born and raised straight up asshole, but
cold ass motherfucker.
But the thing is, it's like with you that night, it was more or less trying to find that one, the new
get people to open up.
Yeah, it's trying to
open up, joke around with us.
Who's cool? That's all it was. Like, can you be cool enough to take this? We're gonna trash talk, and we have so much fun. When you game with us, it is not. I don't go into no zone. I'm talking as much trash as I possibly can to to our opponents, and to our subscribers, our friends. We just have a good ass time. If you game with us, it is. I promise you, it'll be something you never forgot. So that's pretty much all I wanted to chat about. I did want you to take a quick minute or two to try to address the community on what you think, or what's your take on Modern Warfare 3 and the community as far as Battlefield 3 and Modern Warfare 3 coming out real soon?
Well, it comes down to it. I mean, I started on Battlefield 2, so originally, from Battlefield, and just went into Call of Duty and Call of Duty 4, and you come to realize as Call of Duty games come out, nothing is special about each one. It will never be as good as Call of Duty 4, and it's just another Call of Duty game. So the way I see it, they could either go back to their roots, or it's just going to be another piece of crap. And for Battlefield 3, there's not a doubt in my mind that it'll be great.
Awesome. It's funny because I think that the games, as I get older and as the time that I've spent playing these games, I remember a time where the gap between a good player and a bad player was pretty huge. And now, with all of these death streaks and additions to help bad players feel good about themselves, Danger Close, noob tubing, and all the new stuff that's coming out with all these new games, it seems like they're trying to close the gap, and it's harder to see a really good player as opposed to a bad player. It's just kind of harder to see that. It seems like they're trying to make it easy for everybody to play well, and that's kind of the thing I'm worried about in the community. I just remember as a kid, I couldn't even beat Mike Tyson and Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Up, down, down, left, right, left, right.
And I couldn't even play some of these old games. Like I had so much fun back in my day, and now it's like a lot of these games are just catered to. It seems like they're catering these games to the weak and helpless.
Thunder put it best in a pretty recent video. Like, come on, Robbie, why are you putting in death streaks? He's putting them in so that noobs don't get shit on. We all got shit on when we first came into Call of Duty. I mean, there's no doubt about that. I can remember playing Star Fox 64 and destroying everyone in the neighborhood. I mean, it was like everyone would have the game and they'd have their practice, and it's like I don't know, it was a hierarchy of skill.
It was all about skill.
There was no losing off of just oh, this guy's over here. It's a completely flat map and you're in a plane. There's really nothing you can do.
Exactly. So that's about it, fellas. It's your boy Shake. This was my man ESP Pancakes. Go check him out. His link will be in the description. Pancakes, sign him off.
This has been a commentary. I have no idea how to close this. Jake's outros are always like so epic. Like, all right, yo, I'll see you guys next time. It's like I just go happy phoning.
I
So
just
you
like
have a
to
nice
say
time
something
kicking
like,
ass.
I like to say something like, I'll holler at you dudes later.